hurdles that a man has to surmount in order to label him good. See, the nature of a man is violent, it's aggressive, it's predatory. For a man, and a lot of and laziness. For a man to be labeled good, it has absolutely nothing to do with a woman. It has to do with his ability to control his male nature to properly integrate into society, hold a job down, be responsible, and be able to stand on his own. That's the only thing that is required for a man to be a good man, for a man to be a great man. Now he is a logical thinker, he's educated, and he gives back to the community. That's a great man. That's the difference between a good man and a great man. That don't have nothing to do with a woman's selfish desires for that man to do what she want him to do. Right? Take care of his responsibility. So most males, so if they're trying to please a woman, if a man is trying to please a woman, a man will lose his mind trying to deal with that because women ultimately don't even know what they want. And because women are so emotional, it don't matter what you did all the way up until the moment she's mad. When she mad, it don't matter what you did. She'll destroy everything because she didn't get her way in these 5 minutes. Right? Mm-hmm. So there needs to be an understanding of what a good man is, and that is totally based on how you evaluate the nature of a man, not based on the desires of a woman. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Right. Okay. So I know we about to get ready to run out of time, so I really want to...
No, we good. We good. I got an hour. We good.
Oh, y'all got an hour? Okay.
Yeah, I got till like 7:30.
Oh, okay, cool.
We good.
You got any? What do you... No. What I just said about that. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you think about that?
It makes perfect sense that a good man is how, like you said in the book, men they have a nature to them, and they can control that nature, and you know, then that makes them a good man. But like you said, it has nothing to do with like I want him to be a good man. I want him to do this. I want him to do that. Is he a good man by himself?
Correct.
So yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yes. And so the reason why we have relationship issues is because everybody believes the world revolves around them. Mm-hmm. People are selfish. Mm-hmm. And the reason you want a man is for a selfish reason. Mm-hmm. That reason that you want a man don't even have nothing to do with that man.
So is there any reason why a woman should want a man?
First and foremost, you should want things that are in alignment with your purpose. Okay. The problem with wanting to center a relationship makes you codependent. There's something that you feel that you need from that person. Because people only want what they don't have. Mm-hmm. You only want something because you ain't got it. So when a man say, we want a woman to be our peace, what he's ultimately letting you know is, I want peace and I don't have it, and you have to be it. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want no man that want me to be his peace, because you finna get ready to bring hell into my life. Right? You finna put a lot of pressure on me to live for you, to adjust my entire life to satisfy you so that you're comfortable without regard for my well-being. Mm-hmm. No, you got to already be in peace. And then that way, as a peaceful person that I am, we can share in peace together. But I'm not finna be nothing for you. Mm-hmm. Women want men to be something for them, because you don't have something in yourself. So when a person don't do what you want them to do, you disappointed. You're angry, and you start projecting and lashing out at them. And they do the same thing to you, because a man is coming to you also because he wants you to be something. And so now y'all fighting each other, trying to force each other to be something, not accepting each other for who you actually are. And then because you want to be picked so bad, instead of you being your actual self, you will adjust yourself and put on different masks just to be picked by the man that you want. And now he don't even like the real you. He likes a costume of you.
But you portrayed yourself to be
right
based on what.
And you don't have the ability to sustain that character. So everybody's setting themselves up for failure, right? Because you want something that you should already have within yourself.
But can you have those things within yourself and still, like, what, like, for example, what about women who want to be mothers, and they have all of that for themselves?
Then they would, if they wanted to be mothers, then they wouldn't care so much about whether a man stayed or go. But a lot of those women who say they want to be mothers get mad when the man ain't there.
Right.
And they react. So they didn't really want to be a mother. They wanted that man.
Or what about the concept of a family rather than, like, what about the concept of a family?
Well, what is family? Because people think family is what you make through sex and relation and being relatives. That's not family. Family is those with like minds. Women ain't looking for no man with a like mind. Women looking for a man that they attracted to and that can give them money and time and admiration. You don't care if the man has a like mind. Right. And most likely you won't have a like mind with a man because men and women are different. You all live in two different worlds. You see the world from two different vantage points, right? Give you an example. Okay, all right. Let's put it like this. Let's do it this way. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it that. So, what do you see on this side?
I see like a green plant with some pebbles. Oh, right there.
What you see? All this.
I was like a sticker peeled off, like squarish.
And how big is it?
It's like.
Is it a quarter, a half, 3/4, or a full sticker?
It's a half. It's like 60%.
60% sticker. Yeah. What you see?
I see pieces of a sticker that was once there.
How big is the sticker?
90% of it is gone. So.
And then if you looking at this, if you looking at life, you'll say what? No, it's only 40% gone. And you'll say no, it's 90% gone, right? And you all will be arguing because you don't desire to come over on this side and see what he sees. As a matter of fact, you don't even care what he sees. You don't care what she sees. She see a sticker. Y'all both see a sticker. But you see a different percentage of a sticker over here. Right? You see a different percentage of a sticker over here. And you all will argue with each other. Oh, it's a sticker there. But you're arguing over the percentage of the sticker. This is how relationships actually go. Because neither sex wants to see the other person's point of view. You all only want to argue your own side.
Right.
And in your mind, you're right. In your mind, you're right. And that's the only thing that matters. So how could you ever have a like mind with a man when you can't even see the man's perspective? Because you're not a man. You only care about what you want as a woman and what you see and what you feel as a woman. That's all you care about.
Right.
And that's all you care about. So how could you ever have a like mind with a partner? Because see, that's what it takes to be family. That's what it takes to be friends. Like-mindedness, like souls, like spirits. That's not how people build relationships. You all build relationships on physical and sexual attraction. You build relationships on the idea of the other person. You build a relationship based on the idea of the outcome. You don't build relationships based on who people truly are.
Right.
Right? And that's the reason why divorce rate is 54%. 50 or over 50%. That's why second marriages divorce rate is over 60%. Third marriages is over 73%. This is why.
How you feel about the saying like "happy wife, happy life"? How you feel about that?
I think it's bogus.
I do too.
I think it's bogus. Humans are a narcissistic species. Women think the relationship is all about them. They do. Everything is centered around what she wants. And if that's fine, in her mind, everything is cool. And she does not care what the man is going through. She don't care what his challenges are or any of those things. So what ends up happening, the male believes that he keeps the marriage together because if he goes to cheat or whatever, like those 41 shades, for different reasons, they left you with the marriage because the marriage was all you wanted. You didn't actually want the man. You wanted the marriage.
The fairy tale.
You wanted the fairy tale. So the man feels that he gave you what you wanted. You wanted the marriage. You wanted the money. You wanted the kids. You wanted all of this crap. And never consider what he's mentally going through. Never considers what he invests into the relationship. A lot of men deal with this. And so what they end up doing is getting things outside of the relationship, and what? The woman is still mad. And here's the thing. I read a lot of anonymous questions that come from women. And women think that because they're the one reaching out for advice, that they're innocent. But too many times I have read these and see where the woman is ultimately the problem, right? I've read several instances where women want the man to be just go hard sexually and do all these things, and the man got ED and he's on medication and having medical issues, and she don't care. I don't think he's attracted to me anymore. He won't touch me, this, that. I understand he has ED, but that is not enough because he's still making me feel like I'm not wanted. If I was wanted, if I was attractive enough, that should be enough to overcome his ED problems. Women are that self-centered. I've read several things like that. I've read several anonymous posts where a woman doesn't listen to the man's advice about finances, and she'll go and do something reckless like buy a car or put somebody else, co-sign for somebody else against the husband's advice. She'll do it. They'll either repo the car or wreck it, and then she want the husband to co-sign for her a new one and get mad if he holds her accountable and let her take the cuss. She wants him to bail her out. She don't want to listen. She don't want. This is what women do in relationships. And then they say, happy wife, happy life.
Mm-hmm.
That's narcissism to the 1,000th degree. Mm-hmm. But women don't think they're narcissists. Women don't think, but you want a man though. You want a man, and then you get in a relationship and act like that with the man that you want.
Right.
Right? So women got it twisted because women think that since they're beautiful and they have a vagina, that they're the goddess of the universe and that men should just be happy to be with them. But that what you don't understand is vagina come a dime a dozen nowadays. It's free. I remember when I was working in the car dealership and I worked around 95% men. No, 99, because they didn't really even hire women there. One guy say, Princella, I can get a piece of pussy before I can get a drink of water.
She said that.
That's how men talk. I'm just letting you know. That's how they talk. Mm-hmm. Women have no idea where they stand in relation to men. Women can't see themselves. You can't see that your value goes down dramatically as you compete with other women to give up all your value. You actually knock your value down, right? And then when you get in these relationships, you become a headache in these relationships because the ego is so big. You think you're the prettiest person in the world, and then you got the nastiest attitudes and you're selfish. And then the men, even if they wanted to play this monogamy game, women make it hard for men to even be monogamous. You make it hard for a man to not want to look at another woman because at the end of the day, a man's natural habit is to look at other women, is to pursue multiple women. If he gonna play the monogamous game, ma'am, you got to give a very good reason why he wouldn't look at another woman, because his natural instinct is to. Women give men a million reasons to look elsewhere with their attitudes.
Have you ever thought about being like a marriage counselor?
No. No, I work for the planet. I work for the kids. I think relationships are dead end because the more conscious you become, the more independent you become, and the less reliant you are on a situation like that. The more independent you become, the more marriage turns into a business as opposed to some desire to be romantically involved with somebody, right? Marriage is more of a business than any of this other stuff. People build their marriages off of sex and delusion. But when you become an independent, holistic person and you try to build a relationship with a male that is at that height, because of your male and female differences, your interactions will be more business than romantic, right? That's just how that's gonna go, right? All this other stuff, it's just nonsense.
Okay, that was a dope episode. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves that they handle.
Go first.
All right. Well, if you want to find me, I appreciate having this conversation. If you want to find me, you can find me on all of the social media platforms. You can find me on IG at the Queenmaker Official, YouTube at the Queenmaker, and TikTok at the Queenmaker Official. And make sure you hit my website again for the tickets, princellaclark.com, and click events tab.
Okay, Miss Turner at Miss Turner on Instagram.
At Real Estate Guru PK, Real Estate Guru PK on YouTube. Thank y'all.